And folks, now I have Sally from the Summit Historical Society joining me, and she brings donuts.
Well, Kia, we've been talking about food and drink life at the Summit 2020. Mm-hmm. You got to cover all aspects of it, right?
Yes.
And you've got to reward your hardworking people. Because what would a trip to the ski slopes be like without Daylight Donuts?
I know. So you have been collecting menus and things from different restaurants around the county to add to the collection for creating history or artifacts of what will be history.
Yeah, and documenting history.
Yeah. So now are the donuts going to go into the collection?
That's a great question if you're new to the museum world. They will not.
No?
No, it is too hard to preserve. Think of all the little animals that would live in this for 20 years and infiltrate the rest of the collection. So yes, we go with that paper artifact.
Paper artifact.
Yeah, so imagine opening this in 20 years. And you've just...
The donut box or the bag?
The bag. We're not going to collect that. We're going to collect this. Okay. It's paper. And you open it up and you go, Daylight Donuts. This is now 2040. Mm-hmm. Daylight Donuts. Maybe they're not still in business. Mm-hmm. And you go, wow, let me find out what people in 2020 were doing with Daylight Donuts. So this is a connection to the past.
Yeah, can we? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure it was in the shot.
That's going to be collected, just like, so this is as much an artifact as the more elaborate menu from Carboys.
Ooh, look at the gold.
They want you to look at this, and they are creating their own wine. Mm-hmm. So this is a wine cork cover. Mm-hmm. So they want you to connect this to the product that they're selling. Mm-hmm. And again, if they're not here in 2040, you look it up and you realize if these two are in the collection, they're about 3 blocks from each other.
Yeah. Contrast in menus.
And you go, what was the decision? What story do I want to tell in 2040 about what people were eating and drinking in Summit County?
So this is what people ate before they hit the slopes, and then this is what people ate after the slope. So definitely a very different attitude in the same day.
But then you would want to, the story that goes along with it, we would say, now Kaya, do you go to Carboys and what did you enjoy eating? So the story with the artifact is just as important in communicating that history in 2040.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, even reviews of different restaurants and the different magazines, and I'm sure I don't know. Maybe there is a review of Daylight Donuts. You never know.
Well,
people need to know where to get the best coffee and stuff. So that's possible. Because I feel like when you look in the magazines, it's always on the high-end restaurants and stuff
exactly.
like that.
What is the everyday food? So we would definitely be going to the grocery stores. Mm-hmm. So this project has a bigger scope than simply menus. Mm-hmm. It is, how do we have a time capsule for the future of all levels of eating and drinking, from the high end, which yes, you see advertised, to the everyday. Mm. How did you survive on the slope? Or, for instance, what Catherine was talking about at A Basin, their special Mardi Gras dinner.
Yeah.
Those types of special events are real important to document as well.
Now, I want to see a special time capsule where you can bring the donuts into the future and we can compare how they last to Twinkies.
Let us guess whether these, which were brought to your wonderful, hardworking staff, are how long they're going to last.
You're right. They're not going to last very long in this studio, especially when the show's over. We're off air. Time to eat the donuts and the coffee. So.
Exactly. And as I'm sitting in the green room watching, I realize we've advertised the damn brewery. Yep, they're going to be there. We've got their menu. You're advertising A Basin. Yeah, food and drink is what we do in Summit County.
Yeah. Well, you need to eat so you can play.
Right.
So you need energy.
Which is thus the premise behind this whole project is what are the people, everyday people doing? Not just the few people that come in, but what is everybody doing, and what kind of story do we want that told in 20 years?
And I think it'd also be interesting to see how long certain places last in Summit County versus other places. I mean,
Right.
it's definitely, Summit County is definitely a place where, you know, there's restaurants that are around for maybe just a year, and then there's restaurants that are around for like 50.
And that's
So-
exactly the documentation. That's why you have a history museum, is to tell a story in a different way. There's all kinds of themes that you can encounter, but since food plus drink is so important in Summit County, Food Plus
fun.
Drink 2020 is a great way to talk about everything from what kids are taking to school to what we all go get.
Now, Sally, where can people go to find out more information about, you know, what the Summit Historical Society is up to? As also, maybe there's a viewer that has a great story about some great restaurant here that they would like to share with you to kind of add to that 2020 collection.
Yeah.
What's the best way of getting a hold of you?
SummitHistorical.org.
Okay.
Now, we traditionally are not open in the wintertime. It's our
Okay.
time to catch up. So we are there by reservation for tours, and
Okay.
gave a great tour yesterday to a couple who had gone to the ice castles.
Oh, okay.
And they have a place in Dillon
Yeah.
so they're the second homeowner.
Okay.
And they knocked on the door. So you can make a reservation on our website,
Yeah.
summithistorical.org, or call, and we will be happy to make a special reservation.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Make a reservation while you're here, because it's great to learn more about just like all the different aspects of the place that you're visiting.
Right.
And it just kind of enriches your experience.
Yeah, we're at 403 Labonte, and that is the 1883 Dillon Schoolhouse that was moved up from Old Dillon. We've got a new video we can't wait to share. Moved up from Old Dillon to New Dillon when the dam was built. And how many people, maybe we need to ask that question, how many people even know when Lake Dillon changed the whole topography of the county?
Well, they can make a reservation with
There you
at
go.
the Summit Historical Society and find out.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Sally, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for bringing the studio donuts. Okay, folks, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere.